So I just recorded a video that was almost 11 minutes long, and the sound was so crappy that even after I uploaded it, I had to delete it because you couldn't understand anything that I was saying. It was so annoying. So I apologize for that, and now I'm gonna redo that entire video, except for this one will be a lot shorter because it's 1:42 AM and I'm getting tired, and I'm just really upset with how that last video turned out. I was so ready, had everything what I wanted to say down, was getting it all out there, and it failed completely. So this is my coming out video. My advice for coming out is just to be yourself, basically. Just really understand who you are, because if you ask yourselves this question, am I gay, am I lesbian, am I transgendered, if you don't know the correct and positive answer to that question, then there's no reason to tell someone else what your answer is, because you won't know. You really gotta believe in yourself, understand who you are, know what you want, because if you don't, you're wasting a lot of time, and you're wasting someone else's time. I mean, that's a little harsh to say. You're struggling to find out who you are, but if I were you, I would come out to people who you're closest with. Tell them that you think that you're gay, or that you're lesbian, or you're transgendered, and at that period in time you'd be questioning. You'd be questioning who you are, what your sexual orientation is, who you want to be. I mean, for me it was a struggle. I told my mom, but she has a problem with alcohol, so it was a struggle to tell her. And I love my mom. She gave birth to me. She's my mom. And it was really hard. Nothing was ever the same between us. I always wanted to make her really proud, and I always tried to be normal, wear dresses, all this stuff, and it just wasn't me. She used to tell me it was a phase all the time, but if you really feel it's not a phase like I did, then you won't have to deal with the same stuff that I did. You just have to ask yourself, tell yourself, this is how I feel, and I have to face how I feel, because this is who I am. This is what I want, and this is who I'm going to be for the rest of my life. And if you're positive on your answer, that this is who you are, then never ever take for granted the people who are right there to support you every step of the way. I know I did. So basically, all I really have to say is just don't give up on yourself, especially if you feel this way. Don't try to act normal. You're just gonna be miserable. And what's life with misery? I mean, everyone exists, but not everyone lives. You have to reach inside yourself and understand who you are, because if you don't do that, you're wasting your life. You're just sitting there with nothing to do, completely counteracting every feeling that you actually have with something fake that you think you should feel. Don't do that. Don't pretend. You're just gonna end up unhappy. So, there's my advice to you. Find out who you are, and be that person, regardless of what anyone tells you, what society tells you. Be that person because it's how you feel, because it's truly who you are. Trust me, you'll be a lot happier because of it. Thanks, guys.